Let's say you get lucky, really lucky, and you live to the age of 82. That gives you about 30,000 days on this planet. It's a number that feels both huge and terrifyingly small at the same time. The average person will spend about a third of that, roughly 10,000 days, completely asleep. You'll spend another 3,500 days, give or take, working. Add in the time for eating, commuting, and running errands, and the number of days that are truly yours starts to shrink. So let me ask you, what did you do yesterday? And the day before that? Can you actually remember it? Or does it all just blur into a vague fog of routine? If you're like most of us, you've stumbled into a subtle trap. One where the days feel long, but the years feel short. You blink and another month is gone. You turn around and a decade has evaporated. We go on living like we have all the time in the world, but the countdown is always running. The trouble is you think you have time. Now this isn't another video about productivity hacks or how to cram more tasks into your day. This is about reclaiming the very fabric of your life. We're going to talk about the psychological traps that make our precious days feel like they're vanishing into thin air. And more importantly, we'll get into the practical, mindset-shifting strategies you can use to slow down time, live more deeply, and turn your life story into something you'd actually want to read. So where does all the time go? It's not simply about being busy. The real thief is inside your head. Your brain quietly rewrites how you experience time, making it speed up with every passing year. Think back to being a kid. A summer vacation felt like an eternity, a glorious, never-ending stretch of freedom. The week before your birthday would drag on with agonizing slowness. Why? The secret ingredient is novelty. As kids, almost everything is a new experience. Every day is packed with a ton of new information for our brains to process. New faces, new places, new skills, new feelings. The more new information the brain records, the slower time feels. It's like life is being recorded in high definition, capturing thousands of distinct frames. But as we hit adulthood, something shifts. We build routines. We drive the same way to work, talk to the same people, eat the same kinds of food, and watch the same shows. Life becomes predictable. Our brain's always looking for an easy way out. Switch from high-def recording to a kind of low-res summary. Your commute doesn't need to be processed in detail because your brain's seen it 1,000 times before. Experiences become automatic, less vivid, and the memories just blur together. When weeks and months of this routine create very few new memories, time feels like it's compressing and speeding up. It's not that the days are shorter, it's that your experience of them has become shallower. This is the great trap of adult life. The comfort of routine is the enemy of memorable time. We slip into what psychologists call habitual thinking, which drains our energy and eats our time without creating anything of real value. We basically become desensitized to our own lives. Another sneaky trap is what's known as the mere urgency effect. This is our brain's tendency to prioritize tasks that feel urgent over those that are actually important. Answering a flood of emails, dealing with notifications, or handling minor chores gives us a little hit of accomplishment. It feels productive, but these urgent but unimportant tasks are thieves stealing focus away from the things that build a meaningful life, like learning a skill, investing in a relationship, or working on a passion project. We spend our days reacting to the immediate at the expense of creating the future we claim we want. Put those two things together, the memory blur of routine and the constant distraction of false urgency, and you've got the perfect recipe for a life that feels like it's slipping through your fingers. You're not lazy or undisciplined, you're caught in a system, both inside your head and out in the world, that is designed to make you lose track of your own 30,000-day countdown. So how do we break free? How do we stop the countdown from speeding up? The secret is to consciously change the texture of our days. It's about making time feel rich and full again. Here are 4 powerful ways to do it. First, actively hunt for novelty. This is the most direct counterattack against the time acceleration effect. You have to intentionally inject new experiences into your life to give your brain something new to record. This doesn't mean you have to quit your job and backpack across the globe, though you certainly could. The real power is in small, consistent acts of newness. Take a different route to work. Try a recipe you've never cooked. Listen to a genre of music you always ignore. Visit a park in your own city you've never been to. Each of these small changes forces your brain off autopilot. It creates a new, distinct memory, a new anchor in the timeline of your life. The more anchors you have, the longer and fuller your life will feel when you look back on it. Remember, it's not just about what you do, but about breaking the pattern of what you always do. Second, use the 80-20 rule on your time. The Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, says that roughly 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. This applies to your happiness just as much as it does to business. Take an honest look at your life. Which 20% of your activities deliver 80% of your joy, growth, and purpose? And on the flip side, which 80% of your time is just filler? Maybe you'll realize that most of your free time is spent on things that don't actually recharge you, like doom scrolling on social media. Or you might see that a few key relationships are the main source of your well-being. The goal is to identify your high-impact 20% and fiercely protect the time you spend on it. This isn't about optimizing every second. It's about consciously choosing to spend your most valuable resource on what truly matters. It means learning to say no to the things that don't make the cut, so you have room to say yes to your life. Third, manage your energy, not just your time. We often think of time as an empty box we have to fill, but the quality of your time is directly tied to the quality of your energy. 1 hour spent with focused, positive energy is worth more than 3 hours of distracted, exhausted effort. You can reclaim entire days just by looking after your physical and mental energy. This means getting the fundamentals right. Get enough sleep, move your body, spend time in nature, pay attention to what you eat, but it also means protecting your mental and emotional energy. Who are the people that drain you? What news cycles or online arguments leave you feeling depleted? You have a finite amount of energy every day. When you start treating it like your most precious asset, you can show up fully for the moments that count. By taking care of your body and mind, you are directly investing in the richness of your life. Fourth, design your life with intentional rituals. An intentional life isn't accidental, it's built. And one of the most powerful tools for building it is the practice of reflection rituals. This could be a weekly review, a monthly check-in, or a daily journaling practice. Ask yourself simple but deep questions. What was the most meaningful moment this week? When did I feel most alive? What did I learn? What am I grateful for? This practice does two things. First, it forces you to pay attention to your own life, to notice the small moments of joy and meaning that usually fly by. Second, it creates a feedback loop. You start seeing what's working and what isn't, which lets you make small changes along the way. Instead of life just happening to you, you start actively shaping it. You could even use a simple countdown app on your phone, not to create anxiety, but as a gentle nudge that every day is a gift and an opportunity. Think of it as a call to action, a reminder to live in a way that when your last day comes, you feel peace and fulfillment, not regret. This journey isn't about some massive, overnight transformation. It's about taking one small intentional step, starting today. So here's a challenge for you. In the comments below, tell us one small, novel thing you will do this week to break your routine. It could be anything: trying a new coffee shop, calling an old friend you haven't spoken to in ages, or reading a chapter of a book on a topic you know nothing about. When you share your idea, you're not just making a promise to yourself, you're giving everyone else in the comments another great idea to try. And if this message hit home, subscribe for more content on living a deeper, more intentional life. The 30,000 day countdown isn't a threat. It's an invitation. It's a call to stop sleepwalking through our one precious life. You can't control the length of your life, but you can absolutely control its width and its depth. Stop waiting for someday. Someday has a bad habit of becoming never. Your story is being written right now, in this moment. The goal isn't to write a perfect story, it's to write an interesting one. Make it an adventure. Make every day count, starting now.